serving all of eastern Utah. This is News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM. KOAL. Price.
Welcome to the KOAL High School Baseball Game of the Week. Good afternoon and welcome to the Game of the Week here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Today we are at Carbon High School. The Game of the Week, the Carbon Dinos and the Emery Spartans. Hello again, everybody. I'm Sonny Buscarini, and joining me in the Sutherland's broadcast booth, Aiden Mortensen. And Aiden, pleasure to have you here today for the Game of the Week, and it's a good one and it's a big one. And you know, we always say, it seems like, Aiden, we always say this is a big game. But once again, it's another big game because you're going into the tournament after this. Both teams, you know, Carbon right now 6-6 in region, Emery 3-6. They need some wins for some momentum going into the tournament. Plus, it's a rivalry game. All that stuff is so important going into the tournament play. Makes these two games today and Friday huge.
Yeah, no, these are some of the biggest games of the year, especially when you take into fact that this is a rivalry series between these two teams. No matter how your season's gone up to this point, no matter how bad you may be, no matter how good you may be, this is a series where everyone is bound to be playing their best baseball, regardless of what the records may say. Each team starts 0-0 this series, and we're going to see a lot of competitive baseball. These two teams hungry for wins as the postseason approaches, like you said.
Carbon Dinos 8-13 overall, 6-6 in region play. Emery 7-13 overall, 3-6 in region play. There's no RPI right now as we get towards the end of the season. Once again, it makes it a huge game here at Carbon High School. I'm looking forward to it. We'll have the game here today, Game of the Week Friday. I'll be there as well. Jordan will be for that game. So it's senior day here at Carbon High School. It's a beautiful day for baseball. It's probably the best day I've seen so far this season on games I've been at for baseball.
Yeah, no, I love the atmosphere here at Dino Field, especially when you look out. The weather's looking nice. The fans are out in force. It's going to be a great showing today. Lots of excitement. And Sonny, I'm happy to be here with you on KOAL's Game of the Week, part 1 and 2, as the rivalry series continues on Friday.
Flag barely moving. 64 degrees here in Price, Utah for the game today, so it's just a great setup. And we take a look at the region settings. It's Canyon View 12-0. This is a good baseball team. Yet to lose a game. Juab 10-1, Manti 6-5. Then we got Carbon 6-6, Richfield 5-7, Emery 3-6, North St. Pete 2-9, Delta 0-10. That's how we sit in region play right now. So once again, senior day, rivalry game, getting towards tournament time. Huge day of baseball for both of these teams. Aiden, and let's start out with the Dinos first. They need to do what to come away with the win today?
I think you're going to need to get the bats going early, and you're going to need to get them hot early. This is a team against Emery where if they can jump ahead of you in the count, you're bound to find yourself in a lot of trouble. Once they get ahead 0-1, 0-2, that's when they're most lethal in their pitching staff. You look at the arms of Hayden Abrams, of players like Garrett Conover. They are relentless when it comes to velocity on their pitches. So that's a group of kids who you're not going to want to let get going early in this game. You want to keep them off kilter, and the faster you can start getting hits, start getting on base, the faster that your offense is going to be able to capitalize on the mistakes of the Emery defense.
And you got the young team of Emery as well. What do they need to do today to come away with the win against the Dinos?
It's a very similar thing, Sonny. You're going to want to get that offense going, but you're going to want to remain consistent throughout that offense. That's something that has plagued Emery. We saw it last week against Richfield. They go up early in the game, but they weren't able to keep up that consistency in those later innings, and that led to their downfall in last week's Game of the Week. So if you're able to keep the offense going, but you want to keep it consistent, then they have a chance to come away with a win here at Dino Field.
So you are listening to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the lineup, starting pitcher. It'll be time for baseball here at Carbon High School. Game of the Week on KOAL. Don't go anywhere.
At At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At CARS, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, CARS is here to help. Visit CARS today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist, and here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back to the game of the week here at Carbon High School. Carbon Emery battling here on the baseball field. The Dinos will take the field first, being the home team, and the starting pitcher will be senior wearing number 13, Mike Vigil.
And Vigil's been having himself a spectacular season up on the mound, Sonny. One of the most reliable pitchers on this Dino staff. Looking at his ERA, through 6 appearances, he holds a 1.17 ERA. And for those of you who don't know, that's spectacular. That's less than 1 run a game. So someone you definitely want to see, especially in the senior night showdown.
On the mound for the Emery Spartans, Jace Franson, the senior, wears number 11.
And Franson, he had himself a spectacular basketball season, being named second team All-State in that regard. So far, through 10 innings pitched, he's come away with 3 strikeouts, 13 base on balls, and 11 earned runs.
The Dinos come out in their white uniforms with their blue hats. They look sharp with the pinstripe, don't they? Emery in their black uniforms. Just a great day for baseball. Carbon Emery, can you ask for any more on a Tuesday afternoon?
You really can't. This is going to be an exciting game, Sonny. And those uniforms, like you said, are looking sharp as ever. I love the pinstripe look from the Dinos, but the Emery in their all-black getup, you can't go wrong with that. The only downside is with the heat beating down on you now, going to get a little hot out there, but it's baseball weather out there. It's just a beautiful day outside.
Mike Vigil starting for Carbon. Jace Franson starting for Emery on the mound. The starting 3 batters for Emery will be Bull Stilson. The junior, he wears number 12, playing right field, and then it will be Trick Jensen. He is the shortstop, wears number 24. He's a sophomore. And then Hayden Abram, number 8. He will be in center field, and he is a senior as well. That'll be the 3 starting for the Emery Spartans.
And when you look at Hayden Abrams, he has a lot of power behind his swings. Emery has 2 home runs on the season, both of them coming courtesy of Hayden Abrams. But when you look at that leadoff spot with Bo Stilson, I can't think of a guy I'd want there more. Batting .387 on the season through 62 at-bats, 24 hits and 12 RBIs. He's someone who can put that ball into play, and when he gets on base, he's a real threat.
The first 3 batting for the Dinos when they'll come up will be Ridge Butler, the senior, wearing number 9, plays second base. Logan Bennett, center fielder, junior, wearing number 24. Number 13, Mike Vigil, the pitcher, the senior. That'll be the first 3 to bat for the Carbon Dinos.
And when you look in terms of batting averages on this team, as a whole, they're batting .219 on the season, and as a team, that's a batting average you'd love to see. And you look at Ridge Butler, he gets on base batting .224, but when he can get going, we've seen it before time and time again across every sport, he's fast. And when he gets on first base, he is a threat to steal second, third, home, wherever he is. You got to keep an eye on him if you're a pitcher.
Both teams want to get off to a good start in this game, once again with the rivalry thing and the momentum and rhythm, and we both believe in that. It's very important. The team that gets off to the better start is definitely going to have the advantage in this game throughout these 7 innings.
And across all the sports we've called, Sonny, we talk about momentum, like you said, but I feel in baseball it's paramount to have that good start, because with being a slower paced game, the more you can seize that momentum, the earlier you can capitalize on your opportunities, the better of an outcome you can expect as the contest goes on. So whatever team can get off on that right foot early on, I think is going to be the team that comes away with the victory tonight.
You have been listening to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for baseball.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
At Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, we have the solutions to your financial goals. From auto loans, RV, home and business, to savings, money market, and certificate accounts. With local people, local lending, and local decisions, you can depend on us.
Welcome to JN Auto, where your dream car awaits. With over 100 vehicles in stock, from trucks to SUVs and everything in between, we've got the perfect ride just for you. And our full service department ensures your vehicle stays in top shape long after you drive off the lot. Can't find your ideal car? No worries, we'll hunt it down for you. Discover the JN Auto difference today.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint, featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Whether it is for your personal vehicle or a work truck, Toppet Pickup Covers has what you are looking for to either dress your truck up or protect your belongings. Low-profile covers from Truxedo, paint-matched fiberglass toppers from ARE, or full utility covers and bed slides. Toppet also has the best warranty that you will find in the market. Toppet Pickup Covers, on the west side of I-15, off the 400 South exit in Springville.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back to the Game of the Week here on KOAL. Carbon and Emery, Sonny Buscarini and Aiden Mortensen. And Aiden, we're ready for a big game, and what do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Like we've talked about time and time again through this pregame show, it's going to be an interesting showdown between the Spartans and the Dinos. No matter what the records may say at this time, this is going to start 0-0. Both of these teams hungry for wins. The Dinos, of course, celebrating senior night, going to be a major occasion for them. You want to come away with a win on senior night. Don't want any unresolved feelings as you play your final game here on Dino Field, especially with playoffs right around the corner. This is a perfect chance to seize some momentum, get yourself going on a run as you come into postseason play, because we talked about it before. This is a gauntlet of a region. This is a region where you're playing against some of the top teams in the 3A classification and the state. I mean,
Sure.
you look at Canyon View. That's a tough team to beat, and the Dinos have hung with them time and time again. So coming into postseason play, you can seize that momentum. You can steal a few wins, advance throughout the postseason. That's what's really going to come down to as these two teams take the field today.
You know, we got a lot of baseball going on in the area. USU Eastern as well. They will be playing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday up in Helper in the SWAC tournament, finishing number 2. They will play CSI Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 1 o'clock games, best of 3.
And you hope it's not that Saturday being the best of 3. You can come away with the sweep. We talked about it a little before we came on the air, Sonny. USU Eastern has won 7 out of 8 of those games, so I feel pretty good about their chances. We're going to be there doing that one. Going to be a great time.
Yeah, they sit number 2 right now in the SWAC. They lost 7 of 8 to Salt Lake, who sits number 1. Salt Lake ranked highly in the nation. They got a very good baseball team. So USU Eastern plays CSI, best of 3, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 1 o'clock games in Helper. Winner of that moves on to play the winner of Salt Lake and Colorado.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute gauntlet in the Scenic West as it's tough across all sports. Just, you got to love the competitiveness in the Castle Country. Carbon, Emery, USU Eastern, no matter what the team is, it feels like there's no quit in the area. All these guys are willing to go out and lay their bodies on the line for the sport that they love so much. And we're going to see a lot of that today between these two teams because we saw it in football, we saw it in basketball rivalries.
Yep.
They get a little chippy, but they get a lot of fun too.
Yeah, absolutely. Carbon and Emery were just moments away. We'll take another quick break, and when we come back, it'll be game time. Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Sonny Buscarini, Aiden Mortensen bringing you the action here from Carbon High School when we come back.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports, and with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging, North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636 X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car. At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality healthcare is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back to the game of the week here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. Carbon Dinos, Emery Spartans. Last home game of the season for the Carbon Dinos of the regular season, and then the Emery Spartans. So as we take a look once again at Mike Vigil, the senior, on the mound for the Carbon Dinos, wearing number 13.
Yeah, he's going to put up an absolute gem. I can feel it now. 1.17 ERA. Like we talked about in the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show, he's someone who can really find that strike zone. He paints those corners very well, and looking at him warm up right now, he's got a lot of velocity behind those throws.
How about this first matchup? Bo Stilson, the junior wearing number 12, playing right field. He's batting .387 on the season, so we're going to have a good start to this baseball game right off the bat.
Yeah, I know. You'd think it'd be the 4th of July the way the fireworks are already going on.
Right.
V-Hill v. Stilson. That's something that's going to be quite the matchup. Again, looking at the velocity of V-Hill as he stands up on the mound, he's throwing with a lot of power, but he can also get a little crafty if need be. Now, the Spartans have a few pitchers of their own who can paint that zone, coming typically in that relief position. You look at Garrett Conover. He's someone who we could see later down the line in this game in that relief slot. He is someone with so much power behind those throws. You know, you look at him, he's throwing probably about 80. Just incredible velocity.
You've been listening to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show, and it's time for baseball. And stepping into the batter's box, Bo Stilson, the junior, and we're ready to go. Umpire says play ball, and the game of the week is underway. The first pitch is inside and a ball, 1-0 the count.
He's trying to scare him off early.
So, 1-0 count. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count on Stilson. Wind up in the pitch. Fouled out of play down the first base line, so it makes it a 1-2 count.
Making solid contact with that one. Driving it way over the safety net.
1-2 count. Feel with the pitch. A little bit high. 2-2 count.
Trying to keep it in the zone, but trying to keep Stilson off kilter as he does it.
Pitch goes behind Stilson's head for a ball, and we have a full count, 3-2.
Loading it up early. You don't want to see that pitch count rise too quickly, too early, especially in a high-stakes game like this where you're going to want to see your best pitchers on the mound.
Fouled out of play once again. Over the backstop into the field next to us, so it remains 3-2 count.
Continuing to battle up on the mound is V-Hill, trying to catch him off guard any way that he can.
3-2 count. V-Hill with the windup in the pitch. Fouled out of play once again. Good job by Stilson to keep the bat alive.
Yeah, he's battling in that box. He's refusing to go down without a fight, and we have ourselves quite the duel to open this game. Like you said, Sonny, fireworks are starting early.
Yep, 3-2 count. Pitch number 8 is outside on the ball and a walk, and Stilson will take first base as the leadoff batter reaches for the Emery Spartans. We said it's important who gets off to a good start. They got the leadoff batter on first for the Emery Spartans, and Trey Jensen coming up to back for the Emery Spartans. Wears number 24, the sophomore, playing shortstop.
Now you have to keep an eye on Stilson at first base as well. He's known for his penchant to try and steal these bases.
Field looks over. Lays down a bunt. Third base, a throw to first, not in time, perfect bunt by Jensen. So we have a walk and a single on a bunt for Emery. So they are now runners on first and second, nobody down, and Hayden Abrams up to bat for Emery.
And that was a textbook bunt laid down there by Jensen. Put it right where no one could get it in time. Stilson reaches second. He reaches first. And Emery looking to try and capitalize on this early opportunity offensively.
So the senior comes up in the batter's box. Right-handed batter, first and second for the Emery Spartans. Vio looks back at first. Now he looks over at second. Wind up in the pitch. Fly ball goes out of play. 0-1 the count.
And when you're facing Hayden Abrams in the batter's box, you don't want to give him anything easy. 2 home runs from Emery on the season, both of them coming courtesy of Abrams. He's someone who can put that ball into play, and he can hit with a lot of power.
Yeah, batting .279 on the season. Runners on first and second. Just underway here, top of the first inning. V-Hill with the windup in the pitch. Shot down the shortstop. Fields it there, the throw, deep throw to first, not in time. The single and runners all around the bases. We have bases loaded for the first 3.
And, you had an opportunity there to try and get at least one out, but a lot of confusion coming in the shortstop position. You have a lot to try and keep on your mind there. Not an easy decision, but one that the Emery Spartans really capitalized on.
By the time he got the ball, he had to go to first, which was a huge throw. So we have bases loaded with nobody down for the Emery Spartans. And coming up, it is Larson. Tice Larson, the DH, wears number 18. He's a junior.
And he is a real threat, batting .397 through 58 at bats, 23 hits on the year in a bases loaded situation. You're going to want him in cleanup duty.
So Vigil finds himself with bases loaded, nobody out, and the first pitch over the top of the head of the batter for the ball and a 1-0 count.
And Larson was crowding the plate as that throw gets delivered, so trying to send a message on the mound is Vigil, getting him to back off, making him uncomfortable in that space.
So a 1-0 count. Looks at the catcher, gets the sign. Vigil's pitch, fly ball down to the left fielder deep to make the catch for out number 1. The throw, the cutoff man might have the play at third. They got the play at third. The runner comes home for 1 run, but 2 outs there for the Carbon Dinos.
You know, they took a bad situation, but they made it a lot better. I mean, you're facing one where you have a runner going home, runner trying to take third. You get the fly out and you get the out at third. A double play really puts you in a more favorable situation despite giving up the run. Definitely a lot better than things could have ended for the Dinos.
Oh, absolutely. They give up 1 run. 2 down, runner on first. Coming up to bat is Christiansen for the Emery Spartans. Vigil looks over at first. Runner takes a moderate lead. There's the pitch outside and the ball. 1-0 the count.
You know, he's done a good job. He's trying to find those corners of the zone, keep the batter off kilter. Just hasn't been falling quite where the umpire likes. Just teetering on the edge of being a strike.
Christiansen, the senior, wears number 1. Playing second base. Pitch by Vigil. Fly ball to left center field. That's going to drop and go to the fence. Runner rounds third. Will come home for 1 run and a stand-up double, and it's 2-0 Emery.
Right in the gap where no one was going to be able to catch it. The Spartans catch and fire early in the batter's box, but they're going to have to maintain this momentum as they go on and keep up with some great defense as well, because the Dinos aren't going to want to go to the bottom of this inning without answering.
First baseman Trevin Gilbert, the senior, wearing number 17, steps up to the plate with the runner on second and a 2-0 Emery lead, top of the first inning. Bronx Olson on deck for the Emery Spartans. Vigil gets the sign, looks back at second. Moderate lead once again for the base runner. The windup in the pitch by Vigil is a ball and a 1-0 count.
Down low, he's trying to paint the bottom of that zone. Just couldn't find it there. A little too much drop on the pitch.
1-0 count. 2 down. 2-0 Emery. Runner on second. Pitch by Vigil. Foul to the backstop.
With a courtesy runner in Hayden Christiansen at first base, Vigil has a lot to keep on his mind. Christiansen has a lot of speed behind him. He's eyeing third base right now. Vigil knows that he's trying to keep him in check while managing the pitch count on the mound.
1-1 count. Vigil looks back once again at second base. Big lead this time. And a foul ball down the third base line. Count 1-2.
Vigil ahead in the count now for what feels like the first time today. We've seen a few full counts from him. We've seen him in situations where the runners are putting the ball into play quickly, first or second pitch, but now he has a chance to get his first strikeout of the afternoon.
See what pitch Vigil goes to here with the 1-2 count. Decent lead on second for Emery. Vigil looks back there couple of times. The windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, and that will end the inning, but not before 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Emery 2 and the Carbon Dinos nothing.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Tash Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
So we go to the bottom of the first inning here in the game of the week on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. The Carbon Dinos, the Emery Spartans. Emery with 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, left 1 on base. So now we go to the bottom of the first inning, and starting us off for the Carbon Dinos will be number 9, the senior playing second base, Ridge Butler.
Butler batting .224 on the season with 13 hits, but as soon as he gets on base, Sonny, he is scary. He's got a lot of speed behind him. We've seen him jump from first to second in a matter of a few pitches. And, you don't even need to put the ball in play for him to have an impact. He's someone who you're going to want to keep off base. You don't want to walk Ridge Butler as he steps to the plate for the first time this afternoon.
Jace Franson will throw his first pitch of the ball game, and there's a shot to the shortstop, fielded cleanly, throw to first in time for out number 1.
That was a great play out at shortstop for the Spartans. Fielding the ball, tracking it, making it a pitch-perfect throw to first base. Can't ask for a better play than that.
Nice play by Jensen, the shortstop, to get out number 1. And coming up for the Carbon Dinos, 24, the junior Logan Bennett playing center field.
Bennett batting .208 on the season through 53 plate appearances with 11 hits, 5 RBIs to his name as well. Looking to try and get the momentum back on the side of the Dinos.
First pitch goes outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Pitch number 2. Shot once again to shortstop. Again, Jensen makes the play on the line drive for out number 2.
Trig Jensen is everywhere defensively in this game. And, it helps that the ball's flying right his direction, but he has capitalized on every opportunity that's presented itself to him. 2 early outs, 2 swings, 2 outs for the Dinos.
Yeah, 2 down on 3 pitches. So up is Mike Vigil. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count.
Vigil, a .265 hitter on the year, looking to give himself some leeway to help with his attempt to come away with a win. You gotta love when pitchers can do it all like that, when they're trying to do themselves some favors offensively at the plate as well.
High on a ball, 1-1 the count. Mike Vigil, the pitcher, trying to help himself out now at the plate. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Pitch is in the dirt for a ball.
And, when these at-bats have gone longer for Franson, that's when trouble can start to appear. He wants to get himself at least even in the count now, get a strike here.
Foul to the backstop, 2-2 the count. 2-2 the count, 2 down.
Looking to come away from this inning unscathed without giving up a hit. Jace Franson giving us a very good early performance this game, but you got to give a lot of credit to Trig Jensen at shortstop as well.
Franson's pitch fouled away, 2-2 the count.
If the Emery bats can stay as hot as they were in the top of this inning, Sonny, it feels like they might run away with this one if Carbon can't come up with a response quickly.
Franson's pitch. Ball, and it's a full count, 3-2.
That was one where you might want to be swinging at it. It looked like it was teetering right on the edge, but the umpire says, nope, not in my zone, calls it ball to load the count.
3-2, and then strike 3, got him on the corner. So 3 up, 3 down for the Carbon Dinos. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the top of the second, and it's Emery 2 and the Carbon Dinos nothing.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At CARS, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, CARS is here to help. Visit CARS today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back to the game of the week as we go to the top of the second inning. Coming up to bat for the Emery Spartans will be the sophomore Bronx Olson. He is the catcher. Where's number 20? Bronx is averaging 265 at the plate, so he can put the ball in play as well.
Yeah, and Vigil on the mound trying to bounce back from that first inning. Loaded the bases. Emery just caught fire at the plate early on, but they got a little too aggressive, resulted in a double play from outfield, held the Spartans to only 2 runs in that first inning.
First pitch called a strike, and it's an 0-1 count. Yeah, actually that inning could have been worse.
It could have been much worse. Yeah. The double play saved him, helped him get out of that jam early on.
Swing and a miss, 0-2 the count.
He's swinging for the fences early, Sonny. He wants to make an impact. He wants to put Carbon on edge again to open up the top of the second.
Pitch by Vigil. Here's a shot going to be fielded by the shortstop. Throw to first, and time got him. That's a great play by Jackson Bassoni to make the play over to first for out number 1.
And the sophomore, he had flashes on the basketball court, but now having a major impact on the diamond as well. What a throw from nearly third base all the way to first.
Sophomore Easton Stoker up to bat. Playing third base. Where's number 25?
And the Stoker is one of those names in baseball in Emery County you're going to hear a lot.
Pitch is inside and the ball, 1-0.
And again, Vigil trying to stop the Spartans from crowding the plate. He had a lot of break on that curveball, but he would have needed at least an extra 7 inches to get that into the strike zone.
Second pitch for a strike, 1-1 to Stoker, who's batting average 294 here at the end of the season.
And you can hear the snap of the catcher's glove from all the way up here. That's how hard Vigil is throwing these balls.
Foul to the backstop. 1-2 count.
1 out early. He's given himself a lot more room to work as he opens the top of the second. He's doing a lot better job in keeping these batters at check for the Spartans. But of course, that first 4 for Emery is a murder's row of hitters.
Pitch is high and a 2-2 count. Carbon defense playing him traditionally just straight up there. Everybody right in the, what do you want to call it, like video game position?
That's probably right the best to describe it, right where they need to be.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout and out number 2.
Normally I'm the one coming up with the analogies, Sonny, but I like that you're giving me a run for my money now.
Garrett Conover will come up to bat for the Emery Spartans. The sophomore wears number 7, playing left field.
And Conover, he throws hard, he runs hard, and he hits hard. He's someone who, if he can put that ball into play, you could be looking for a potential home run.
First pitch is a ball and a 1-0 count. 2 down. Dinos had a 3-up, 3 down bottom of the first. They're trying to return the favor to Emery. There's a deep fly ball to right field, looking up in the sun and bringing down the catch is Vigil out in right field. So it's a 3-up, 3 down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 Emery.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back as we come to the bottom of the second inning. Carbon Dinos will come up to bat, and a good first inning for Jace Franson. He only threw 10 pitches, Aiden, to get through the bottom of the first inning. So up to bat now for the Carbon Dinos, Maddox Wilson, the first baseman wearing number 17.
And you look at Maddox stand in the batter's box. This is a kid with a lot of composure for only being a junior. And, you know, one other thing that stands out, obviously, is his height. He is tall and he is strong.
Franson's pitch is high and away for a 2-0 count.
Franson was able to help put away or go 3 up, 3 down in the first inning, courtesy of a lot of good shortstop play from Trig Jensen, looking to repeat that performance early.
Hard line shot down the third base line goes foul, 2-1.
And you can hear the clang of the bat as he makes contact with it, doing a lot of good at the plate. He's one of the leading batters for the Dinos, Sonny.
Wilson batting 308 on the season. You know, and these averages are true averages because we're towards the end of the year now.
You know, this isn't an early season fluke. We're not seeing people bat 300 early on in the year. This is something he's earned over the course of the year, over the course of 19 games played and 52 at-bats.
2-2 count, swing and a miss, the throw over to first for to finish the strikeout. So out number 1 down.
1 down early. Franson did himself a lot of good getting Wilson out of that batter's box in the fashion he did, because if not, he'd be swinging for the fences.
Logan Madrigal up to bat. The catcher was number 4, the senior.
Hitting 189 on the year through 53 at-bats, 10 hits and 7 RBIs to his name. 1 home run, though, so he's someone who can go yard.
First pitch is a strike and an 0-1 count.
Franson doing his best to try and jump ahead in the count early.
Yeah, Chase off to a good start on the mound. Pitch number 2 for the ball, 1-1 count.
You know, he has a lot of those skills that translate from the basketball court onto the baseball diamond. He's got a lot of precision. He was a 3-point sharpshooter. Now he looks to be an ace for the Spartans.
Franson's pitch, that one gets away from him over the top of the batter, a 2-1 count.
Tried to throw the curve, but would have needed a lot more break in that pitch. Goes soaring over the back of Madrigal.
So far, the majority of his pitches, Aiden, have been what?
They've usually been fastballs. He's trying to keep it consistent in the zone. And when he has turned to those off-speed pitches, that's when he's found himself in a little bit of trouble. He wants to stay consistent to that heater while giving himself a little leeway with his off-speeds.
3-1 count. The pitch is low and outside and a walk. So the first base runner for the Carbon Dinos comes in the bottom of the second inning for Logan as he takes the walk. So runner on first with Jordan Nichols up to bat, the third baseman. Where's number 8? He's a junior.
Batting .286 on the year through 9 plate appearances. So he's someone who you don't traditionally see step into the batter's box, but when he has, he's performed very well.
So runner on first for the Carbon Dinos, 1 down. If you're just joining us, bottom of the second inning, game of the week, Carbon Emery. Emery with the 2-0 lead.
Well, part 2 of this series coming up on Friday. Jordan and Travis are going to be bringing you that action live from Emery High.
Franson gets up on the mound, ready to go here with the runner on first. A small lead over on first base. Franson's pitch is outside, and the ball gets past the catcher, and that will advance the runner to second in scoring position. For the Dinos, have a runner in scoring position with 1 down.
And the Spartans looking to seize momentum early on in this inning, something they weren't able to do in the first, but now they've kind of calmed down. They've found their footing, and they're looking to get aggressive.
1-0 count. Franson looks back at second. Pretty good lead off there for the Dinos, and the pitch for the strike and a 1-1 count. Just got that outside corner.
And, you know, that's one of the hardest pitches to try and swing at as a batter. You got to justify it because it's millimeters away from being a ball, millimeters away from being a strike that time. Umpire liked what he saw.
Franson's pitch that time low and outside for the ball, 2-1.
And you don't want these pitches going low, especially with Carbon looking to be aggressive on the base running, trying to come up with a steal. Already have 1 with the runner stealing second, but that ball gets past the catcher again. It could be a recipe for disaster.
2-1 count, the pitch. Low and a ball, 3-1. That was a good look to back off that pitch. It looked like a decent pitch, and he backed off to get the 3-1 count.
It was a great job by Nichols, like you said, to avoid breaking that plane on the swing. Way to go. Way to check that swing.
Time of a little mound visit for Emery.
And sometimes that's just what you need. Settle those nerves a little, get back into your groove. Avoid any potential danger that you might find yourself in. You're looking at a 1-out situation with a runner on second. You don't want to give up any hits here. You don't want to have them advance to third, especially when you're holding a narrow 2-0 lead right now, and you don't want to afford the Dinos any momentum.
Franson gets back on the mound, runner on second, 1 down, 3-1 count. To Nichols, and there's the walk. So we have runners on first and second now for the Carbon Dinos with 1 down and a chance in this inning here to answer back to that 2-run first inning for Emery.
And that would be just what the doctor ordered for the Dinos. This is a team who, when they can get going offensively, they usually maintain a lot of consistency at the plate. So if they're able to capitalize on this opportunity, one in scoring position, tying run on first.
So Matson at the plate. First pitch is fouled out of play over the backstop and an 0-1 count. Tyrus, the left fielder, wears number 10. He is a senior.
And on the season, he's batting .217 through 60 at-bats, so he's got a lot of time at the plate.
Both base runners take a good lead. Franson looks back at second a couple of times. The pitch. Fly ball to right field, goes over into the corner, and making the catch for Emery over there is Bo Stilson. To record out number 2, the runner advanced from second to third, so we have runners on the corner.
And Bo Stilson does an excellent job, despite the sun shining in his eyes, tracking that ball as it soars out to right field, pulling it in, but smart base running by the Dinos, tagging up on second, reaching third, giving themselves a little more lethality as they try and get even up this contest.
Senior Cannon Childs, the DH, wearing number 11, comes up to the plate for the Dinos with 2 down. Runners on first and third. This is a huge at-bat for the Dinos to try to answer back after that first inning of Emery.
Yeah, and Childs is who you want to see in that DH slot. 275 hitter on the year, 14 hits, 8 RBIs to his name, looking to add at least 1 more through this plate appearance.
Pitch is low on the ball, 1-0 count. 1-0 count, 28 pitches.
And that's something that we didn't see much of in the first inning, is Franson throwing a lot. That was a quick 3-up, 3-down affair, but now he's found himself in a little bit of a jam, trying to navigate out of it while keeping that pitch count lower.
Childs back in the batter's box. Franson looks over at first. As we said, runners on the corner. 1-0 count, the windup of the pitch. Fly ball's going to drop. Yes, it does, and it gets past the left fielder. It'll go to the fence. 1 run scores. Base runner rounding third, 2-run score, and we're tied at 2 on the double 2 RBI hit by the DH Childs.
Cannon Childs adding to his RBI total, now up into double digits with that hit. What a showing. Adds his 8th double of the year as well through that plate appearance, and they have answered back in spectacular fashion.
Marcus Vigil, the right fielder, sophomore, wearing number 18, will step up to the plate for the first time today with the runner in scoring position. The lead runner break the tie here for the Carbon Dinos. Runner on second, tied at 2.
And only a sophomore, batting .143 through 7 at-bats for Carbon.
Franson's pitch, shot down the third base line, hard, just goes foul. That stays fair, most likely. Probably brings that runner home, but it goes foul, so it's an 0-1 count.
And you read my mind, Sonny. If that would have stayed fair, that would have been a scary situation for the Spartans. With the Dinos taking the lead, it feels like they are playing with all the momentum right now.
0-1 count with 2 down. Runner on second, takes a really good-sized lead. Franson looks back, pitches outside in the ball, 1-1.
And you talk about taking a lead. Childs has quite the lead out there. He's got probably a good 15 feet of separation between him and second base when he takes that lead off. He's getting a little risky, but the Spartans aren't trying to do anything with it.
Yeah, they're quite a ways away as well. So he looks back at second, the pitch. Curves that ball in there for a strike, 1-2.
And you couldn't ask for a better break on that. Looked like it was going to go right into the batter's chest, but breaks right back into the zone, getting himself ahead in the count, 1-2.
1-2 count. Big pitch right here. Vigils swings and misses, but that will end the bottom of the second. But it's something that the Dinos needed, as they have 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the top of the third. We're tied at 2.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back. We go to the top of the third inning. Emery Spartans will go to the top of the lineup. Bo Stilson will start us off. He walked and scored a run in the first inning. One of the 2 runs that was scored by the Emery Spartans.
This is the part of the lineup that gave V-Hill a lot of trouble in the first inning.
There's a base hit, goes to center field for the single, and that's how they start off the top of the third with the single by Stilson.
You know, sometimes you don't need anything spectacular to open up the inning. First pitch, hit yourself a single, get on base, get the train going for the Spartans.
Jensen comes up to bat. Had a single in the first inning with the bunt.
And it was a pitch perfect bunt too. One of the most textbook things you'll ever see. Puts it right along the third base line. Bounces right where no one can get it, stays fair, and allows the runners to reach second and first for the Spartans. Looking to replicate that success, this time though through his regular swing.
So the swing and a miss, so it's an 0-1 count. Runner on first, Jensen up. As we said, he had a perfect bunt in the top of the first inning. The windup of the pitch by V-Hill is a little bit high, 1-1.
You gotta love how his batting gloves too contrast with the uniform. Just looking sharp out there are both teams. The Carbons again in their pinstripes, Emery in their black and gold.
V-Hill. Decent lead over on first for Emery. V-Hill looks over there a couple of times. Looks again, wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss, so 1-2 count.
That was a good break on that pitch. Catches him with the slider. I had him thinking it was going right down the pipe. Breaks at the last second. Bates the swing out of Jensen to get himself ahead in the count 1-2.
So we got a 1-2 count. 2-2 the score here in top of the third inning. Emery with a runner on first, nobody down. V-Hill with the pitch. Runner goes. Fouled out of play. Count remains 1-2.
And you look at Stilson at first. He was raring to go. By the time that ball had made contact with the bat, he was already all the way over at second. He wants to get going, and that's just his personality as a player. He's constantly go, go, go. Relentless hustle, no matter what sport he's playing.
That was definitely a hit-and-run situation because he was gone quickly. So we have a 1-2 count with nobody out. V-Hill looks over at first once again. The windup in the pitch. Fouled out of play down the third base line. Count remains 1-2.
You know, when you're down in the count like this as a batter, you're going to keep battling however you need to stay alive, and Jensen's doing just that. Fouling off pitches, trying to put one in play, but keeping himself alive.
V-Hill, the right-handed pitcher, battling the left-handed batter for the Emery Spartans. Jensen. Runner goes again. Pitches outside the throw to second. Is it in time? No. He slides underneath the tag, and he's safe. So runner in scoring position now for Emery with nobody down. That was close and a good play, but he just slid right underneath the tag.
You know, that was a close call for Bo Stilson. Dinos almost come away with the out, but it's a game of inches, Sonny, and he was able to reach in just at the last second.
2-2 count. Nobody down. Vigil with the long look. And timeout.
Yeah, both sides a little hesitant on what to do right now, both in the batter's backs and up on the hill. Vigil trying to keep this game in check while keeping Bo Stilson held at second. He's got a lot to think about during this at-bat.
2-2 count with the runner on second. Tied at 2. Lots of 2s on the board. Looks back at second base to throw. Low and outside. Full count.
And you can tell that pressure of having Bo Stilson right behind him is weighing on Vigil, but he is a player with a very strong mental game as he stands up on the mound. So he's looking to escape from the situation that he finds himself in.
Full count for Vigil. Looks back at second once again. Decent lead. Fouled out a play over the backstop. Count remains 3-2. And a good at-bat for Emery, for Jensen, making the pitcher work.
Yeah, you got to give him a lot of credit. He battled back from down 1-2, forces the full count, and he's just staying alive right now as that pitch count continues to climb higher and higher.
3-2 count, nobody down. Vigil looks back at second once again a couple of times. The windup pitch. I'm not sure if that was fouled. I think it was. Anyway, it's 3-2.
And he just keeps battling. He's finding himself in situations where he has to swing. Any reasonable person would swing, and he's delivering a lot of foul balls right now. But most importantly, he's keeping himself alive as he waits for that pitch to put into play.
Full count, 3-2. Vigil with the throw back to second and got him in trouble there. The slide at third, they got him for the out. Picked him off. So out number 1 for the Emery Spartans on the pickoff on a 3-2 count.
And you could tell Stilson was lulled into a false sense of security there. Time and time again, his leadoff was getting wider and wider. But Vigil recognizes this, catches him off guard, can't run back to second, tries to make for third, overshoots third base, and gets tagged out. And the Dinos with a great defensive play to buy himself some breathing room.
Yeah, that gives him an out and no base runners. That's a huge play. 3-2 count. Vigil's pitch, swing and a miss, out number 2. So it goes from a runner in scoring position to 2 outs in 1 pitch.
My goodness, and you got to give a lot of credit to Vigil there. He stayed calm. He knew what situation he was in. Waits for the right moment to try for the pickoff attempt. Gets it. Gets the strikeout on the next pitch. You got to give him a lot of credit. That's a veteran move from the senior.
Senior Hayden Abrams up to bat, singled in the first inning and scored a run. The first pitch to him is a ball and a 1-0 count.
Yeah, with Hayden Abrams, he is dangerous even with no one on the bases. Again, only 2 home runs from the Spartans all year long, both of them coming courtesy of Hayden Abrams.
Pitch for a strike and a 1-1 count.
And gets him on the curve. Looks like it's going to break foul or break ball, but stays in the zone right into the corner.
So it's a 1-1 count, 2 down. Vigil's pitch for the strike, and he gets ahead of the batter with 1-2 count.
You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence, a lot of swagger right now. After the last series of events he found to get the strikeout, the runners off the bases. He's playing with a lot of confidence behind those throws right now.
Pitch is high and away for a ball, 2-2 count.
And still working, trying to keep Abrams off guard. You don't want him to find himself in a routine knowing that you're going to throw a strike. You want to keep him off kilter.
Pop-up fly to the second baseman for the Dinos. Coming over to make the play is Butler, and that will end the inning. And with that, it ends up an inning where they get the lead runner on base and get him to second base and end up scoring no runs and getting out of it. A great job by Vigil.
Yeah, he did an excellent job keeping control of this game. That's what you want to see from your ace.
So as we go to the bottom of the third inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. It's a 2-2 game. Carbon Dinos up next.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
At Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, we have the solutions to your financial goals. From auto loans, RV, home and business, to savings, money market, and certificate accounts. With local people, local lending, and local decisions, you can depend on us.
So we go to the bottom of the third inning. We go to the top of the order for the Carbon Dinos. Rich Butler, the senior second baseman, will come up to bat. Grounded out to shortstop, his first at-bat, 0 for 1 on the day. And Franson's first pitch is low, and a ball, 1-0 the count.
And Franson, if he can get himself in situations where he's ahead early, that's when we see some of his best performances. But if he finds himself down 2-0, even 3-0 early in these at-bats, that's when a lot of trouble happens for the pitcher.
Second pitch is in the dirt for a ball as well, 2-0 the count. In the dirt once again for the ball, so it's a 3-0 count.
Doing a good job maintaining his composure in the batter's box. He's Rich Butler.
3-0 count. Wind up in the pitch by Franson for the strike and a 3-1.
And sometimes you get lulled into that false sense of security. You're in a situation where if you feel like you can swing, you can swing. But if you feel like you should take, it really is just a judgment call at the box.
Pitch for the ball, and the leadoff batter for the Carbon Dinos reaches first on the walk, so Butler on first. And coming up to bat will be Logan Bennett. Flew out to shortstop. It was that line shot to shortstop in inning number 1. He's 0 for 1 on the day.
Yeah, he had himself a good showing early. Emery trying to stop the momentum of the Dinos.
Runner on first for the Carbon Dinos. Decent lead in the throw, a little bunt. Goes foul on an 0-1 count.
And it's one where you're glad it went foul out of the reach of everyone because that was popped up quite a bit. Would have been an easy play if it was in the vicinity of a third baseman, a shortstop, or even a pitcher.
So an 0-1 count. Runner takes a little bit of a lead on first base. Franson looks over there one time. Steps back.
You know, you can't blame him. Rich Butler, again, one of the biggest thieves in the 3A classification. You look at it, 8 steals on the season. You want to keep him in mind as he gets a bigger and bigger leadoff.
Fly ball goes out to right field. Coming in to make the play is Stilson. He makes the catch for the out. Out number 1.
And Stilson just does such a great job of keeping his eye on the ball as it approaches earth. I mean, in a situation where you're looking almost directly into the sun, being able to track it as well as he does, you got to give him a lot of credit. He's making the plays that he needs to out there in right field.
And Mike Vigil up to bat for the Carbon Dinos. Struck out in the first inning, 0 for run. Runner on first, 1 down. 2-2 score, bottom of the third, game of the week. Fly ball goes down the first baseline, will go out of play, out of the park, and it'll be an 0-1 count.
Nearly hitting a car parked on the other end of the complex. A lot of power behind that swing, just couldn't keep it fair.
They move the right fielder just a bit, does Emery. He's playing far right. They move him towards center field. Runner's going to go. Have a balk, so the Carbon Dinos will advance to second on the balk.
And you know, Rich Butler does that to you. He gets you thinking, he gets you jumping, but when he finally makes that move, you're in a very inopportune situation defensively.
That's a good play.
That was a very good play by the senior.
Pitch is low on a ball, so a 1-1 count.
He's trying to scrape the bottom of that zone, just a little too low on that one.
So a 1-1 count, 1 down. 2-2 score. Looks back at second. Franson's pitch. Curveball comes in, but it is a ball, so a 2-1 count.
Tries to get him with the off-speed curve on that one. Nearly falls into the zone, but not enough break to get what he was aiming to do.
2-1 count, 1 down. Looks back at second once again. Decent lead by Butler. Making Franson think about him. There's a fly ball to center field. That will be Abrams. He'll cover it up in center field for out number 2. Throw in to the cutoff man. Runner does not advance, so 2 down.
And watching Ridge dance as he gets his lead off, it really freaks you out as a pitcher. You never know whether he's going to go, whether he's jumping back. He does a great job in confusing the pitcher up on the mound, but that time with the pop fly, unable to do much with it.
Maddox Wilson, first baseman. Up the bat, struck out in the second inning. 0 for 1, 2 down for the Dinos. Runner on second. First pitch is a ball outside and a 1-0 count.
And again, going back to the curve and the off-speed early. You want to keep Maddox Wilson off guard, though. You don't want to give him anything too hittable because he will take advantage of that every time.
1-0 count. Butler's going to go. Throw to third. Not in time, and it goes out into left field, and Butler will come home with aggressive base running, and the Dinos take the lead with that aggressive base running.
And like we said, Sonny, you're never safe when Ridge is on base. Reaches second on a steal, gets on the balk, gets to third on the steal, steals home due to an errant throw from home plate. What more can you ask for to take the lead? The aggressive base running of the Dinos has won the day, bringing them up 3-2 in the bottom of the third.
Wilson with a 1-0 count on him. Fouled out of play. 1-1.
You can tell that steal has built a lot of confidence for the Dinos as well. A lot of confidence behind the swing of Wilson that go around. Really looking like a scary situation as the momentum falls squarely on Carbon's side.
I love the aggressive base running. It's with 2 outs. They advance him from second to home to get the go-ahead run.
And on top of that, you rattle the pitcher a little bit, too, when you move like that. Franson still looking a little worried despite no one being on base right now.
2-1 count with 2 down. Franson's pitch. Fly ball to center field. Abrams is there. Comes over to right center field to make the catch for out number 3, but not before the Dinos score 1 run on no hits, 1 error. Nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 4th inning. It's the Dinos 3 and the Spartans 2 at the game of the week here on KOAL.
Welcome to JN Auto, where your dream car awaits. With over 100 vehicles in stock, from trucks to SUVs and everything in between, we've got the perfect ride just for you. And our full service department ensures your vehicle stays in top shape long after you drive off the lot. Can't find your ideal car? No worries, we'll hunt it down for you. Discover the JN Auto difference today.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Heist Larson will start us off for the Emery Spartans. We go to the top of the 4th inning, flew out to left field. His first at bat, 0-1. The junior DH wearing number 18. See if he can get the Emery Spartans off here in the top of the 4th inning with Christiansen on deck.
And it's going to be a tall task because Vigil has found his stride up on the mound. A much more composed second inning.
Fly ball goes down the right field side, and it'll go out of play for a strike and an 0-1 count.
And in the top of the third, when he faced the part of the lineup that gave him a lot of fits early on in this game, he conquered it. So he's looking with a lot of confidence right now alongside that velocity he brings regardless of the situation.
Next pitch goes in the exact same spot, so it's an 0-2 count.
Getting ahead early in this at-bat, V-Hill doing himself a lot of favors. He's putting it in a hittable position, but not one that's convenient for the batter.
0-2 count. Pitch by V-Hill. Shot to third base. Bobble there, picked up, throw to first. Is it in time? He got it, and that's a nice play by the Dinos. Nichols stayed with the play, got it to first, and got out number 1.
Yeah, it was great recovery by Nichols. Fumbles the initial handling of the ball, but still able to grab it and make a play at first for the first out of the inning. The Dinos looking like a different beast here after that first inning where they gave up 2 runs.
Hayden Christiansen up to bat. The senior doubled in the first inning, so he's 1 for 1 on the day. V-Hill gets the sign and pitches for the strike and an 0-1 count.
A lot of movement on that pitch. Looks more like a slider from V-Hill, but it really draws you off guard. You never know which direction it's going to break.
Second pitch working fast on the mound. Swing and a miss for strike 2, 0-2 the count.
And that's what makes V-Hill so efficient, is he doesn't waste any time. He's not fiddling around up there with any rosin packets. He's just ready to go as soon as he gets that ball in his hand, and he's ready to step up.
0-2 count. 1 down. Top of the fourth, 3-2 Dinos. Pitch is low and outside for the ball, 1-2 count.
And a good job behind the plate for Madrigal, keeping it in front of him, using his chest plate to absorb the contact, not allowing anything to go past him. It's a good habit to get in, even if the bases are empty.
V-Hill's pitch inside of the ball, 2-2. So even count now on the batter, Christiansen.
He's trying to keep Christiansen guessing. He sends a little back-off message there. Christiansen was crowding the plate, throws it right near his chest.
Fly ball to, looks like it's going to go to left field, and it's going to fall right in the middle of 3 of them. So a good single base hit for Christiansen.
You know, that was a situation where you didn't know who was going to make the play or if that play was going to get made at all. Really an interesting situation they found themselves in, but drops and Christiansen reaches first.
That ball dropped exactly where it needed to avoid an out.
Right in no man's land, which is tough to find when you're in that tight of a formation like Carbon was.
First baseman Trevin Gilbert up to bat. He struck out in the first inning, 0 for 1. Runner on first, 1 down. 3-2 Dinos. Emery up to bat, top of the fourth. Shot to shortstop. Bizzoni to second. Throw to first. Throw the double play, and that's going to end the top of the fourth inning, and a nice play by the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, what defensive awareness from Carbon, turning that double play. Everyone in the right place at the right time to make that. And V-Hill not allowing anything again. Another pitch perfect inning for him after giving up 2 in the first. He's been lights out ever since.
So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Dinos lead 3-2. Game of the week here on KOAL.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
Whether it is for your personal vehicle or a work truck, Toppet Pickup Covers has what you are looking for to either dress your truck up or protect your belongings. Low-profile covers from Truxedo, paint-matched fiberglass toppers from ARE, or full utility covers and bed slides. Toppet also has the best warranty that you will find in the market. Toppet Pickup Covers, on the west side of I-15, off the 400 South exit in Springville.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Logan Madrigal up to bat for the Carbon Dinos, and the first pitch is a ball and a 1-0 count as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning with the Dinos up 3-2.
And the Dinos, after giving up 2 runs early on in this game, have been lights out
Settled
defensively.
down.
They've really settled. I mean, you got a lot of nerves today. It's a rivalry game, senior night.
Pitch for a strike and a 1-1 count.
But it's one of those situations where you have a lot of emotions coming into play. But the sooner you can put those behind you and just focus on the game in front of you, that's when you can really start performing like you expect to. And that's exactly what Carbon's done today.
There's a base hit. Right over the second baseman. It's going to go to the fence. Rounding first, it'll be a stand-up double for the Carbon Dinos and a good way to start the bottom of the fourth inning.
Yeah, you really have to give a lot of credit to Carbon.
So Jordan Nichols up to bat, walked in the second inning and scored a run.
Yeah, you start with the leadoff double. Now you're looking to capitalize on that momentum yet again. And the Dinos, time and time again after that first inning, have come up when they've needed to, and now they've taken the lead and a chance to add some insurance.
This is where the inning where they scored the 2 runs, this is where it started in this part of the lineup, the first pitch.
Yeah, it's really been effective for them throughout this contest. You got to love what you're seeing from the Dinos right now. Offensively, defensively, they're putting together a pretty complete game right now.
1-0 count. Decent lead over at second. Franson looks back a couple of times. Pitch for the strike. Nice pitch. Gets it in there for a 1-1 count.
Evens it up pretty quickly there. The Dinos looking to stay aggressive, though. I wouldn't be surprised to see a stolen base attempt anytime now.
Franson looks back. Pitch. High on a ball. 2-1.
2-1, getting himself ahead in the count as Nichols, again, through 11 games played, was hitting .286 entering today's contest. 2 hits, 2 doubles is where he lands, looking to try and get himself an RBI to go on that stat sheet as well.
2-1 count. Looks back at second a couple of times. Pitch gets away from the catcher and a advance for the Dinos to third. So runner at third with nobody down, and that's huge because the deep fly ball scores a run.
Yeah, he's knocking on heaven's door right now, Sonny, and with the 3-1 count, you feel pretty confident about swinging at anything in the zone, anything you feel you can put out into deep outfield because, you're feeling pretty confident a run could score.
Good opportunity to add to that 3-2 lead. Shot to shortstop, playing him in. Throw to first in time for out number 1. And nice play by Jensen. He read that perfectly. Came in on the grass and made the play for out number 1. Kept that runner on third. So 1 down and up to bat for the Dinos will be Madsen.
And he's been the defensive star for the Spartans in my mind, Trig Jensen. He's making plays when he needs to, and he's making good reads.
Fly ball to center field will be covered there. That's going to bring the run home. As we said, that runner getting to third base gets that sacrifice fly, and it's now 4-2.
Despite there being 2 outs, Dinos have capitalized yet again as they increase their lead. All you needed was a shot to the outfield, whether it be a pop fly into the gap. You were feeling pretty good about a score there.
Senior Cannon Childs up the DH, doubled in the second inning, 1 for 1 on the day. So it's a 4-2 Dino lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
275 on the season.
Branson's pitch. Inside and a ball, 1-0.
And Franson, despite there being 2 outs, has been a little rattled as the scoring has started for Carbon. As soon as they start finding their offensive stride, he's been on his back foot.
Shot right back to the shortstop. Jensen, throw over to first in time for out number 3.
What a read by Trig Jensen, watching it as it bounces off the mound, grabbing it at second, making the play at first to end the inning with only 1 run allowed. He's trying to keep Emery within reach in this game, but the Dinos playing with all the momentum behind him, it feels.
1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 5th inning. It's Carbon 4 and Emery 2 here on the Game of the Week.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Bronx Olsen up to bat for the Emery Spartans at the top of the fifth inning here with a 4-2 Dino lead. Vigil with the pitch to get us going, and the ball 1-0 count. Grounded out in the first at bat in the second inning, 0 for 1 on the day.
And this game's just flying by, Sonny. We're already in the fifth inning. It's only been an hour.
Shot down the first base line, goes out of play, 1-1.
You know, we didn't even need a pitch clock to do it.
No.
Just a beautiful day as well. I mean, you look at the attendance here. People keep trickling in. It's a great day for baseball and an even better day for a rivalry game.
Shot goes down the third base line, dribbles foul, 1-2 the count.
Getting ahead early has been Vigil's specialty. After that first inning, he struggled a little bit there, but since then, he's been lights out.
Easton on deck for the Emery Spartans. Vigil with the windup and the pitch on a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss for the strikeout.
And
start the fifth inning.
And gets him going right away. You got to love the performance from Vigil as he makes a start on Senior Day, delivering an absolute gem.
Fourth strikeout for Vigil on the day. Stoker up to bat. First pitch outside and a ball, 1-0. Struck out in the second inning, 0 for 1.
Trying to catch him off guard with that one. Throws a full-speed pitch, but outside of the zone. Trying to draw an errant swing from Stoker.
Swing and a miss.
And one thing that we both noticed about this Emery team, Sonny, is this is a very young group of kids. You look through the lineup, a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors filling in big roles. So one, they might not be seeing the success they want to this year, but as they approach the continuance of their high school career, a lot of good is going to come from this early varsity experience.
Pitch fouled away to the backstop for a 1-2 count. 1-2 count, one down. Nobody on base for the Emery Spartans. Top of the fifth inning, Carbon leading 4-2 here at Carbon. These two teams play again on Friday.
When Vigil's been able to jump ahead in the count, he's been spectacular.
Foul to the backstop once again. Count remains 1-2, and then after that, it's tournament time.
That it is, and it's crazy to think that it's right around the corner. It feels like just yesterday we were starting the baseball season. Heck, it feels like just yesterday we were starting football season.
Yeah. Vigil with the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Strikeout number 5 in the ball game. Strikeout number 2 in the inning for Vigil. So 2 down as we go to Garrett Conover, who flew out to right field, his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day.
Now the thing about that flyout, Sonny, it was pretty deep out there. He had to do some running to try and snag that one down. So he's someone who can try and get the bats of Emery going. But Carbon right now defensively, you got to be really impressed with what they're doing.
Yeah, since the first inning, they've shut Emery down. The first pitch for a strike and an 0-1 count.
And Vigil has really found his footing up on the hill as well. He's been just an absolute lights-out pitcher after that first inning where he allowed 2 runs. Since then, he's blanked the Spartans.
Here's a line shot to right field. It's going to drop and go to the fence. Nice effort out there in right field by Vigil to try to get to it. Couldn't. Round second, going to go for 3. The throw to third, not in time. It's a triple.
You know, you needed offense going. What better way to do that than with a triple? Garrett Conover delivering right when the Spartans needed it most. Now looking to claw back into this game, putting a little pressure on Vigil and the rest of the Dinos defense as they have a runner looking to claw into their lead.
Yeah, that thing about that is you have a triple with 2 down, but you go to the top of the order for the Emery Spartans. You got Bull Stilson.
And he's a perfect 2 of 2 on the day for the Spartans. So he's someone who, if you're an opposing manager, you don't want to find yourself in this situation.
Yeah, he walked and then singled. Scored a run in the first inning as well, and the pitch is outside the ball. 1-0 the count with that runner on 3rd and 2 down.
And trying to play it safe against Bo Stilson. The way they were able to get him out last appearance wasn't through the batter's box. They were able to lull him into a sense of security at second. And when they caught him sleeping, they were able to get the pick off.
1-1 count. Stilson with the high batting average being the leadoff batter for the Emery Spartans. Perfect situation here to try to get that 1 run home. They're down 2, but it's always a lot easier when only down 1 run.
Oh, yeah. It makes things a whole lot.
Changes the strategy. And the foul ball goes out of play, so it's a 1-2 count.
Yeah, you don't have to take as many risks when you're in that situation as well. So if you can get this run in for Emery, it's a completely different ball game as we approach the bottom of the 5th and the rest of the contest.
Jensen on deck for Emery, and there's the pitch inside the ball, 2-2 the count.
2-2, continuing to battle is Bo Stilson.
2-2 count, 2 down. Beal with the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the strikeout, and that ends the inning with the runner stranded on 3rd. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Carbon 4, Emery 2.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back as Hayden Christiansen will come into pitch for the Emery Spartans as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning.
And, you need to see a pitching change this late in the game. Franson had himself a pretty good day up on the mound, but allowed 4 runs. They're looking for a change, a fresh arm to try and change the situation for the Spartans. They need to stop the offensive ability of the Dinos, which as of in the last few innings has been going full force. 2 runs second inning, 1 run third inning, and a 1 run fourth inning, looking to stop whatever momentum the Dinos may have.
Peyton Nielsen goes into second base as Christiansen goes on the mound, and the first pitch is fouled away for the strike and an 0-1 count for Vigil for the Carbon Dinos, and he struck out in the second inning, 0 for 1 on the day. Rich Butler on deck as they go to the top of the order for the Dinos, a 1-1 count.
And Christiansen, if he can get himself ahead in the count, that's where he finds a lot of effectiveness for himself.
Christiansen with the pitch and a ball, 2-1.
A smart eye in the box for Vigil. The sophomore hitting 143 on the season, but like you said, last plate appearance resulted in a strikeout.
Hayden's pitch shows bunt. Bunts right back to the pitcher, and he makes a grabbing catch for the out. That's a nice play by Hayden to get the out number 1.
Showing a little bit of his wrestling prowess there on the dive, doing a little front roll as he comes away with the out. You don't see a lot of that acrobatic ability from pitchers, but Christiansen has it in spades.
Top of the order, it's Rich Butler, the senior second baseman, up to bat. He walked into third and scored a run, grounded out to shortstop in the first 1 for 1 on the day. High fly ball goes right back to Christiansen again, and he will make the catch for out number 2.
And he is having a lot of impact so far as he checks into the game. You got to love this when a pitching change works out like that. I know head manager Chase Julian got to be loving what he's seen from Hayden right now.
Logan Bennett comes up to bat for the Carbon Dinos, 0 for 2. Fly ball goes out of play and an 0-1 count.
And, with how things have been going for Hayden, I was fully expecting that one to be caught and the inning to end, but instead, a strike for the Dinos.
So far, 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Fly ball to center field. Abrams makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the 6th inning. It's the Carbon Dinos leading by a score of 4-2 in the game of the week.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back to the game of the week here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. We go to the top of the 6th inning. The Carbon Dinos with the 4-2 lead. The heel stays in the game. 70 pitches on the game, and stepping up to bat for the Emery Spartans will be Jensen. Singled in the first, struck out in the second, 1 for 2. He had that perfect bunt that he laid down in the first inning.
That was pitch perfect tonight. That was an absolute textbook bunt. And I like the decision to keep V-Hill in the game. You don't want to burn another pitcher without needing to. And if he continues his efficiency up on the mound, he's someone who you can keep in feasibly through the next inning if he's able to really deliver in this affair.
1-1 count. Pitches outside and a ball, 2-1.
In the pitch count rule, one of those rules where I got mixed feelings on it because I completely understand where it's coming from. You want to keep these players safe. You want to keep those arms healthy, especially while they're young.
Fly ball to the shortstop for the Carbon Dinos. Going back to make the catch for out number 1. Bozzoni with the catch and 1 down.
But I also like the idea of letting your pitcher, if he's having himself an excellent game like V-Hill is today, letting him stay in the game, finishing out the contest. But, it's one of those double-edged swords. But a great catch by Bozzoni. He's having a lot of impact, especially at his young age.
1 down for the Emery Spartans. The pitch by V-Hill is low and a ball, 1-0 the count.
A lot of velocity behind that throw, but you can feel the control starting to slip just a little bit.
Abrams, the batter, singled and scored a run in the first inning. Flew out to second base, his second at bat, 1 for 2 on the day. So there's 1 down. Emery running out of innings here. It's a 4-2 Dino lead. 2-0 the count. V-Hill's pitch. Fouled. Right behind the umpire, so it's a 2-1 count.
2-1 count. V-Hill battling back after giving up a 2-0 count to start this at-bat. Looking to keep Abrams in check. You got him a little bit with that swing. Now you're going to want to continue the rest, finish this one out strong.
Pitch for the strike and a 2-2 count. If you're wondering, Drive Time Sports, we're at the Carbon Dino game. It's the game of the week today here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. Carbon and Emery, it's a 4-2 game. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, now at number 2.
And V-Hill giving him a little shake and bake there. The variety of pitches he's able to throw. He's got a nice slider. He's got a good curve. He's got an excellent fastball, but he rotates through them so efficiently and keeps the batter guessing that he is a nightmare to face as a batter.
Strikeout number 6 for V-Hill, and the windup in the pitch. Low and a ball and a 1-0 count.
And that's what he does so well. He lulls you into a bit of a false sense of security, throws a few balls to open your at-bat, has you thinking that you're going to be able to get a few easy swings in, and then he starts attacking relentlessly.
Pitch to the ball, 2-0. Larson flew out to left field, grounded out to third, 0 for 2 on the day. Pitch is inside for a ball, 3-0 count.
And this is a situation we haven't seen much from Vigil, down 3-0 in the count. He has a lot of work to do to try and battle back into this at-bat.
And the strike got the KOAL in it. It's a 3-1 count.
And he absolutely freezes Olsen with that one. He was expecting it to drop a little lower. The off-speed offering from Vigil stays true, gets him his first battle back effort with strike one.
He's only had one walk in the game. There's a shot out for the Carbon Dinos, playing it perfectly. The second baseman for the Carbon Dinos, Ridge Butler, and that will be out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning with no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. It's 4-2 Dinos when we come back.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports, and with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging, North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636 X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Aiden, with a Dino 4-2 lead, and they're up to bat. A couple of insurance runs here, and the bottom of the 6th would make it really difficult for the Emery Spartans going into the 7th inning.
And make it an even taller task to try and come back from this one, Sonny, especially when you look who's coming up in the lineup. You got Vigil, you got Wilson coming up right around the bend. So this is something where the Spartans are really going to have to put on a defensive gem like they did last inning, going 3 up, 3 down, and try and come away unscathed from this section of the lineup.
So Vigil pitching a gem allowed 2 runs on 7 hits. They've only Emery's left 2 on base, so nice outing for Vigil today for the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, you got to give him a lot of credit. He's put together an absolute gem of a showing. Not much more you can ask from him. The only mistakes that we saw him make were early on in the game. 2-run first inning, but since then he has been lights out.
Foul to the backstop for the strike.
And with Chris Jansen checking in, he got 3 quick pop flies out. 3 up, 3 down for the Spartans last inning, looking to replicate that performance.
Shot to third, fielded there, throw to first in time for the out-and-out number 1. Stoker making the play on third for the Emery Spartans, 1 down.
It was an excellent job fielding that ball, but an even better throw to first to beat the runner. Emery looking like a renewed beast as Chris Jansen kind of brought some life into this defense.
Maddox Wilson up to bat, the first baseman wearing number 17. The junior struck out in the second, flew out to center field in the third, 0 for 2 on the day.
Call that first throw a ball.
So a 1-0 count with 1 down. Pitch outside for a ball and a 1-1. 2-0. Trying to sneak him a strike there. Fouled out a play and a 2-1 count.
Now, I know we're normally the Carbon guys. We can't be sneaking things like that in.
2-1 count with 1 down. Hayden's pitch. Gets the corner. Nice pitch and a 2-2.
And he maintains his composure so well, and that's the advantage of having a fresh arm like Hayden Christiansen come into this game. He brings a little life to the defense after they were looking a little rattled after a pretty substantial scoring streak from Carbon.
2-2 count. Line shot foul down the third baseline. Emery scored 2 runs in the first inning, have not scored since. Dinos scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and that's where we sit 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
And that's been a consistent dilemma for the Spartans throughout the season. They have very good early game production, but they failed to maintain throughout the contest. We saw that last week. In last week's game of the week against the Richfield Wildcats, they put up 4 through the first 2 innings, but were held scoreless the remainder of the game.
Pitch is high. We had a full count. 3-2 count.
Continuing to battle in the boxes, Wilson. Now it's more important than ever to swing at anything you think might be a strike. You can't play it safe here.
High fly ball out to left field. It's coming in. It's lost and it drops. They lost it in the sun and it drops.
Well, as a hitter, you're going to take that every time. You're going to want to reach base by any means necessary. For the Spartans, though, a gaff like that makes what looked like it was going to be a sure 2-out situation a little scarier as the Dinos continue to roll defensively, especially with Madrigal entering the batter's box.
Pretty sure they lost that ball in the sun. What do you think?
It was pretty bright out there. I'd have to agree. There's not many clouds out there in the sky. Definitely none covering the sun right now.
Runner goes. Throw to second. Safe. Stolen base for the Carbon Dinos. Runner in scoring position with 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
It's like watching a freight train run your direction, Sonny. Having Maddox Wilson headed your way, that's a scary sight.
Madrigal walked in the 2nd inning and scored a run, doubled in the 4th, so he's 1 for 1 with the run scored. Good offensive day for him.
And Hayden trying to keep Wilson in check at second base. Don't want him getting ahead of steam like we saw on his stolen base to second.
Christiansen with the pitch and a ball, 2-0.
High up in the zone.
Going to have a conference at the mound here, Aiden, with some big pitches here. You're down 2. You don't want to fall down anymore going into the top of the 7th.
Yeah, no, any run that Carbon scores this inning makes it harder for you to try and come back when you take the plate. So sometimes you need that conference just to regain some confidence, regain some footing, clear your head a little bit, and deliver the rest of the inning as you know you need to.
2-0 count, 1 down, runner on second. Bottom of the 6th inning, 4-2. Pitch, ball, and a 3-0 count.
He tries to curve that one back in on the off speed, but can't find the zone. Nearly grazes Madrigal, but he finds himself in a very advantageous situation. He can swing at anything you feel good. This is a hitter's count.
Hayden looks back at second a couple of times to wind up in the pitch. Got the strike, 3-1. Nice pitch.
That was a very good pitch. You got to start battling back, and it's a tall task, but he's doing an excellent job of keeping him going.
Pretty sure that was a take, and he put it where he needed to put it. So a 3-1 count. Line shot, base hit, goes out in the left field. Runners will advance to the corners for the Carbon Dinos.
And, a scary situation just got scarier. Wilson in scoring position. Madrigal up on first. And with the aggressive base running the Dinos have shown throughout the game, it's going to keep Christiansen guessing as he retakes the mound.
Third baseman, junior Jordan Nichols, comes up to bat. Walked in the 2nd inning and scored a run, grounded out to shortstop in the 4th inning. So he's 0 for 1, has a walk and a run on the day. So runners on the corner for the Dinos with 1 down.
And again, it's a situation where any fly ball out to deep outfield is going to result in a run scoring for Carbon.
Foul to the backstop and an 0-1 count.
And Nichols is swinging like he knows this.
Yeah, getting that runner to third makes the sacrifice fly in play for the Carbon Dinos.
And the quicker you can score more runs, the less stressful this last inning is going to be.
Runner goes. They'll throw. No play there at second. So runners on second and third now for the Carbon Dinos with an 0-2 count, 1 down.
And the rich get richer as Carbon puts themselves in even better of a situation than we saw them in just a moment ago. Now it feels like a possibility of a sacrifice fly could bring home 2.
Strike. Number 3. Throw to first. On the drop by the catcher for the out and the strikeout, number 2.
Now that does a little bit of a favor for the Spartans. Now they have to put the Dinos have to put a ball in play if they want to score. A sacrifice fly just isn't an option.
Matson on the in the batter's box for the Carbon Dinos. Runners on second and third. The first pitch for a ball and a 1-0 count.
Jumping ahead early, you're going to want to maintain your composure because you know you need to put it in play.
Got a deep fly ball to right field for an out and a sacrifice fly ball in the 4th inning. Pitch for a strike and a 1-1 count.
Evens it up. Hayden Christiansen, he's a good bounce-back pitcher. If he finds himself down early, he does an excellent job getting back into a situation where he can find himself winning the at-bat.
Pitches a ball, 2-1.
Trying to hit him with the curve, just doesn't get the break he wants to see.
Little blooper back to the pitcher, fielded there, throw to first in time for out number 3. So no run score as we go to the top of the 7th inning, and the Carbon Dinos leading Emery 4-2.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car. At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back to KOAL's Game of the Week here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, as well as on our YouTube channel, Castle Country Sports Emery. Carbon Dinos head into the top of the 7th inning, holding a 4-2 advantage over rival Emery Spartans. Aiden Mortensen, Sonny Buscarini on the call for you today. Sonny, what a game we've seen. Carbon really putting things together after that first inning where they gave up 2 runs. Since then, it's been lights out defensively.
Yeah, the Dinos have 4 runs, 4 hits on 2 errors, and they left 4 on base. That's how they have the 4-2 lead right now. We got a new pitcher for the Carbon Dinos. Paxton Falk will be into the ballgame. Try to finish this off for the Dinos, and up to bat for the Emery Spartans will be Hayden, who he just got done pitching. Now he's going to try to do something on the offensive side for himself here in the top of the 7th inning for the Dinos. The first pitch is a strike.
And Falk holds a 6.13 ERA through 9 appearances on the mound this season for Carbon.
The windup in the pitch for the Dinos. Fly ball to right field coming in, trying to make the play. It lands for the base hit and a single to start the top of the 7th inning.
If you're Emery, that's exactly how you want to see this inning get started. An early on-base appearance. You're trying to claw back from down 2. Any runner on base gives you a chance to do that.
Trevin Gilbert up 0 for 2 on the day, struck out in the first inning and grounded out in the 4th inning. So 0 for 2 on the day with a runner on first, nobody down.
The thing about Trev is he's got that clutch gene. He's someone who, in a situation where you need runs, you can rely on him.
Runner goes. Throw to second. It's passed out into center. Field runner will stay. They get the stolen base and a runner in scoring position with nobody down.
And this is danger time for the Dinos now. You don't want to allow him to reach third or even home, because the more they can claw into that lead, the more momentum they can build, the scarier it is. Now, the Dinos do have the last opportunity to bat in the normal set of innings, but right now, Emery looking like a different team out there. They've found some life.
So it's a 4-2 game. Runner on second. Falk looks back at second, takes his time. Wind up in the pitch, outside and a ball, and a 1-1 count.
And coming into the game with this much pressure on you, that's a tall task for Falk, but he's got to manage those emotions as he steps to the mound with a game on the line.
Decent lead on second for Emery. Line shot will drop right over the second baseman out into center field. Runner will stay at third, so runner's on the corner with a couple of singles to start the top of the 7th inning.
Now, the thing about Falk is he's the most worn arm on the Dinos. 29 innings pitched this season, giving up 44 hits and 34 runs, but he has 29 strikeouts on the year. So you just got to hope he finds his rhythm quickly, or these runs are going to start piling in. Tying run represented at first base now.
Bronx Olsen up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out in the 4th, grounded out in the 2nd. So nobody down, top of the 7th. Dinos with the lead 4 here at Carbon High School. Game of the week on KOAL. Falk looks over at third. Contact made. High fly ball out into right field. Caught for out number 1. But the sacrifice flies. The run comes home, making it a 4-3 game.
And Emery buying themselves a stay of execution with that one as they get closer and closer to knotting up this game. Only 1 out and a runner on first to tie this one up.
Easton Stoker up to bat, the sophomore. Struck out in the 2nd, struck out in the 5th, 0 for 2 on the day. Runner on first, the 1 run comes home, so it's a 4-3 game. Nobody down. Emery not going away here in the top of the 7th inning.
That's the thing. There is no quit in either of these teams, both of them wanting to win game 1 of this rivalry series.
Play once again on Friday. The first pitch is a ball and a 1-0 count.
Jordan and Travis are going to be on the call for that one over at Emery High School. Felt only fitting to have us here, them there. What more can you ask for?
Yeah, absolutely. So a 1-0 count with 1 down. For 3. Falk's pitch. Fouled out of play and a 1-2 count.
Getting himself ahead in the count. Falk looking to try and escape from some danger, buy himself a little breathing room without number 2.
1-1 count for Emery with 1 down. 4-3 score. One out. 1 run scored so far here in the top of the 7th. The pitch by Falk, swing and a miss. For strike number 2, make it a 1-2 count.
That's the thing about Falk. When he's on, he is really on. That fastball can be lethal.
Conover on deck for the Emery Spartans.
Yeah, if you're going to give up a hit here, you want him to go for the double play.
Pitch is high and a ball.
Want him send that ground ball to shortstop, second base, turn that double play, end this game. But if you're Emery, you know you can't afford that. You're going to be swinging with a little bit of power behind it.
2-2 count. Emery's chopped that 2-run lead right in half here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So out number 2.
And you still have that runner only on first
Only
base.
on first, yes.
You feel pretty good if it's a deep pop fly, but we've seen both teams have a little bit of trouble with catching those, especially due to the sun just blaring down on them.
See if they send that runner. Try to get him in scoring position quickly. We'll see what they do here.
Knowing the aggressive style of manager Chase Julian for the Spartans, that's definitely a possibility.
Conover with the swing and the foul ball down the third baseline. 1 for 2. He tripled his last at bat.
You can tell Conover isn't thinking ground ball. He isn't thinking a little bloop into the short outfield territory. He wants to go for the fences, and that's what he did in his triple.
0-1 count with 2 down. Dinos up 4-3. Top of the 7th inning. Once again, these two teams play once again on Friday, and then guess what? It's time for the tournament.
I know, it's right there. It's crazy to think as a courtesy runner's coming in for the Spartans. It's going to be Brett Griffin, the freshman, seeing the field for the first time this contest.
So winning these rivalry games going into the tournament, huge momentum for whatever team can do that.
Yeah, no, you're going to want to go for a sweep too in these situations. If you can jump up with a sweep in these rivalry series as you enter the state playoffs, you feel pretty good no matter who you are facing. I mean, the thing about the Region 12 is it's one of the toughest regions in the state of Utah. That's something that if you match up with a top seed from another region, you feel pretty confident about your chances.
Don't we say that in everything?
That we do.
We do.
You know, luckily next year, things are going to lighten up a little bit in the non-football sports. Football is somehow even more of a gauntlet for the Dinos.
2 down, 0-1 count. Great game today, and it'll be another great game on Friday, I'm sure, Aiden.
There's no doubt about it.
0-2 the count. Check swing, it looked like maybe, or just trying to get out of the way, but it hit the bat. Nevertheless, strike and an 0-2 count.
You know, one of those ones where you just wish you had a little bit more control of your body as you're flying backwards trying to avoid the pitch, but just not the case there as he finds himself down 0-2.
Stilson on deck. We go to the top of the lineup for Emery. 2 down. Falk with the pitch. Swing and a miss and a strikeout.
And the Carbon fans are on their feet, Sonny. They're waving goodbye right now, but the Dinos, what a showing. Paxton Falk able to recover after a shaky start. Strikeout 2, come away with the win today.
So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. 1 left on. Final score today, 4-3, the Carbon Dinos with the win. When we come back, we'll have the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At CARS, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, CARS is here to help. Visit CARS today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist, and here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
You're looking for somewhere you can be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back. It was the game of the week, and that it was a great game here today at Carbon High School. The Dinos come away with a 4-3 win on Senior Day, the last regular season home game for the Dinos. They end it in a great fashion against the rival team. Here we go.
Yeah, just a great showing from the Dinos today. You got to love their defense. That's what really set them apart in my mind tonight was the defense the Dinos had on display, and it all started up on the mound with V-Hill. He put together an absolute gem of an outing here on Senior Night.
Absolutely. So they win today, Senior Day. They beat Emery, beat the rivalry team, play them again on Friday. Now, if the Dinos can win on Friday, that's great momentum going into the tournament. I'm like I said, we talk about it all the time. I'm a firm believer on momentum and rhythm and that kind of stuff in sports, and so are you. So we agree on that. So I think this Friday game, once again, we said it was a big game today. The Friday game becomes a huge game for both of these teams because you want to go into the tournament with positive, a couple of wins or at least one win against the team that your rival. So Friday's game that Jordan and Travis will be calling is going to be a huge game up in Emery.
Yeah, momentum-wise, that's going to be massive entering postseason play. Just again, crazy to think right around the corner. But today, the Dinos show that they are capable of coming away with some gritty wins. They were down 2-0 early, were able to battle back, build themselves a 2-run lead, top of the seventh. Emery was able to kind of claw back into this one, but some stellar pitching to end the game really sealed the deal for the Dinos.
Emery scores 3 runs on 9 hits. They left 3 on base. The first inning was their big inning. They scored 2 runs, and V-Hill started out a little shaky. He had a walk and a single, and then a double. In between there was one out, but he really settled down after the first inning, and he really just pitched to Jim.
And what really stands out as the turning point in my mind was the pickoff attempt on one pitch, strikeout on the next, was able to get 2 outs, clear the bases very efficiently in the top of the second. I think that's when he really found his footing.
Franson pitched good too. I mean, the Dinos had 4 hits on 4 runs. As we look at their stats, they scored 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, and left 4 on base. So it was more of a pitching defensive battle here today, the 4-3 game. I love those kind of games. I think they're great for baseball, and we had a good one here today. So once again, 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, 4 left on base.
Yeah, just a good showing all around, but lots of excitement to be had on Friday's contest between these two teams. Now, we're going to have a special guest joining us here in the Sutherland's broadcast booth. After the break, we're going to have manager Rob Smith joining us. So, always good to hear from Coach.
Yeah, we take a look at Carbon. Let's look at some standouts for today as we look at Logan Madrigal. He walked in the second inning, had a double and a single.
Yeah, he really was a difference maker today. I mean, you want to show out on senior night, and he did just that. He was showing shades of a true power hitter, just a nice showing from Madrigal.
He also had a run. Jordan Nichols had a run as well as he reached base in the second inning on a walk and scored. 3 of the 4 runs were players that got on base by a walk.
Yeah, and it's not how you get on base that matters. It's what you do with that opportunity. And Carbon, to their credit, capitalized on every opportunity they were presented with, whether it be a walk, whether it be a hit. They put themselves in the position to win, and when they did, they took advantage of that.
Taking a look at Emery, Hayden Christiansen, double, single, 3 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, he had a nice showing as well. There were a few times that you'd be worried he was going to go deep with those hits.
And you had Stilson. He walked and scored in the first inning, singled, and struck out. So he's 1 for 2. He walked. He got on base 2 out of the 3 times he touched first base. Some of the standouts on the offensive side of our stats there. But once again, the final score, the Dinos win 4-3. So we'll take a break, and we come back more of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show.
At Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, we have the solutions to your financial goals. From auto loans, RV, home and business, to savings, money market, and certificate accounts. With local people, local lending, and local decisions, you can depend on us.
Welcome to JN Auto, where your dream car awaits. With over 100 vehicles in stock, from trucks to SUVs and everything in between, we've got the perfect ride just for you. And our full service department ensures your vehicle stays in top shape long after you drive off the lot. Can't find your ideal car? No worries, we'll hunt it down for you. Discover the JN Auto difference today.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
Whether it is for your personal vehicle or a work truck, Toppet Pickup Covers has what you are looking for to either dress your truck up or protect your belongings. Low-profile covers from Truxedo, paint-matched fiberglass toppers from ARE, or full utility covers and bed slides. Toppet also has the best warranty that you will find in the market. Toppet Pickup Covers, on the west side of I-15, off the 400 South exit in Springville.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
To KOAL's Game of the Week here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, and for our viewing audience over on Castle Country Sports Emery. Joining me now in the Sutherland's broadcast booth is head coach of the Carbon Dinos, Rob Smith. Coach, pleasure to have you on here. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So we were talking about it a little before we came on air. A little nerve-wracking there at the end of the game, but you guys found a way to pull through. What does that say about what does it say about your guys and their determination to try and win these contests?
Great group of kids. They work hard. We've had a little bit of a rough year, and they've stayed after it, kept working hard, and that just goes to show their character. They're getting after it, and we keep talking. It's not how you start; it's how you finish. We go down 2-0 early. They've clawed their way back and take the lead, and then finish it out.
What really stood out to me in this win was your defense. There were times where it looked like it was going to be a scary situation for you guys. You had runners on third, runners on second, but you were able to come away and escape it, and sometimes even clear the bases without anything really coming through for the Spartans. Is that something you guys have been working on in practice, or is that just something that's developed as the year's gone on?
And it's just the mentality of keep fighting, don't give in to easy ones. I think it was the second or third inning we had the huge pickoff play and then the strikeout right after. Huge momentum boost. They had a little bit of momentum. We shut it down right there, and able to hold on.
Along tonight was senior night for you guys, and with that comes a lot of emotions. Can you just talk for a second what these seniors have meant to the Carbon High program?
Yeah, these guys were sophomores when I first came in here, so been with them for 3 years. A great group of kids. Mikey, his favorite moment was as a sophomore playing varsity in state tournament. One of our leaders and hard workers, and all these kids are great kids. Work hard. What more can you ask for as a coach?
You got to love when you have a good group of kids like that. That's just been the case across every sport here at Carbon High this year. Just a stellar group of kids leading the way. Now, your guys are going to be back at the Diamond again against Emery on Friday. What would a sweep mean to you guys heading into the state tournament?
Any momentum we can get going into the state tournament, it's great. RPI, it doesn't really matter at this point. You got to win. You got to play. You got to take care of business. So wherever we end up in the RPI, it is what it is. Obviously, a win and momentum going into the next game is huge.
Now, looking at the rest of the field and a little too far ahead as postseason plays, is there any matchup you're hoping for as postseason rolls around?
Not really. We just got to go play clean baseball. We got to put the ball in play. We got to hit when we have opportunities. We got to score runs when we have opportunities. I feel like we could have do a better job with that in every game. This one especially, we had second and third there in the sixth inning and didn't score, and that hurts because it gives us a little insurance runs. But that's stuff we got to keep working on.
Now, Coach, before I let you go, is there anything you want to leave our listeners with?
Nope, just come out and support us. Great ball team, great kids. Hopefully we get a home playoff series here, and the fans will come out and support us.
Coach, always a pleasure to have you on here. Thanks again for taking the time out of your day to come
thanks
talk.
for having
me.
We
really
Abe.
Appreciate it. Again, that was Carbon High manager Rob Smith as Carbon comes away with the 4-3 victory today against cross-county rival, the Emery Spartans. We'll take another quick break, but we'll be right back with more of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show right here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
At Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, we have the solutions to your financial goals. From auto loans, RV, home and business, to savings, money market, and certificate accounts. With local people, local lending, and local decisions, you can depend on us.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports, and with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging, North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636 X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car. At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
Welcome to JN Auto, where your dream car awaits. With over 100 vehicles in stock, from trucks to SUVs and everything in between, we've got the perfect ride just for you. And our full service department ensures your vehicle stays in top shape long after you drive off the lot. Can't find your ideal car? No worries, we'll hunt it down for you. Discover the JN Auto difference today.
At Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, we have the solutions to your financial goals. From auto loans, RV, home and business, to savings, money market, and certificate accounts. With local people, local lending, and local decisions, you can depend on us.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back to the post-game show, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. Once again today, the Carbon Dinos win the game of the week here on Tuesday with the 4-3 win over the Emery Spartans. They scored 4 runs on 4 hits with 2 errors and left 4 on base. So the Carbon Dinos come away with the 4-3 win.
A lot of grit the Dinos show today, especially in the top of the 7th inning. They find themselves in a sticky situation. They're up only 1 run, runner on first, and a very fast base runner in Brett Griffin, the freshman, looking to be aggressive on the bases as the game came to its closing moments, but able to come away with the win. You gotta love the effort you saw from Carbon today.
Yeah, Mike Vigil pitched a great game for the Carbon Dinos as well, so the Dinos come away with the 4-3 win. Now, these two teams play again on Friday in Emery. Jordan Travis will be there for that game.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic showing. Sunday, if today was just a preview, you're going to see a lot of fireworks on Friday. Over at Emery Field, too, bit of a different look there, but 2 very nice facilities here in the state of the Utah. Dare I say, some of the nicest you're ever going to see.
Yeah, that game this coming Friday will be the end of the regular season. It's tournament time.
Right around the corner. Crazy to think, almost here. Like Coach said, they just need, no matter what the matchup is, they just need to get the job done, and they're hoping for a home playoff series, and a win Friday is going to aid in that quest.
Absolutely. Now's the time to play good. Now's the time to get some momentum and keep rolling.
Yeah, no, the more wins you can put together now, the more momentum you can build up now, the better you're going to do yourself in that first round series.
Yep, and with that, we're going to call it a day here at Carbon High School. Once again, the game of the week, the final score, the Carbon Dinos 4, the Emery Spartans 3. 1073. I'm Sonny Buscarini.
I'm Aiden Mortensen.
Hope you have a great evening and enjoyed the broadcast as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Have a good night.
At Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, we have the solutions to your financial goals. From auto loans, RV, home and business, to savings, money market, and certificate accounts. With local people, local lending, and local decisions, you can depend on us.